Today is Monday, second week of Advent. A reading from the Gospel of Luke. One day as Jesus was teaching, Pharisees and teachers of the law were sitting there who had come from every village of Galilee and Judah and Jerusalem, and the power of the Lord was with him for healing. And some men brought on a stretcher a man who was paralyzed. They were trying to bring him in and set him in his presence. But not finding a way to bring him in because of the crowd, they went up on the roof and lowered him on the stretcher through the tiles into the middle in the front of Jesus. When he saw their faith, he said, "As for you, your sins are forgiven." Then the scribes and Pharisees began to ask themselves, "Who is this who speaks blasphemies? Who but God alone can forgive sins?" Jesus knew their thoughts and said to them in reply, "What are you thinking in your hearts? Which is easier to say, 'Your sins are forgiven,' or to rise and walk? But that you may know that the Son of Man has authority on earth to forgive sins," he said to the man who was paralyzed, "I say to you, rise, pick up your stretcher, and go home." He stood up immediately before them, picked up what he had been lying on, went home, glorifying God. Then astonishment seized them all, and they glorified God, and struck with awe they said, "We have seen incredible things today." At this time in my life, the gospel is saying to look for God for forgiveness. God is great, and he does everything for us. In this gospel passage, it explains what great things God does for us, and that he can leave people in awe, just like what happened. This relates to the time in my life because I need to look for God for things that we may overthink, hoping that he guides me and helps me rise and walk through life with great passion, just like it said in the passage. We ask for forgiveness from God, and he forgives us. That's why God is great.